Most teenagers recover from long COVID after 2 years, study shows. World's largest longitudinal, let's see this word, how to pronounce it from the beginning, even though that I see it. Longitudinal cohort study report that older teens and societies most disadvantaged most likely to be affected. Most teenagers who have suffered from long COVID recover within 2 years, according to the largest study of its kind. But the researchers to understand why some children still had problems 2 years after infection. Led by University College London, UCL, the study examined data on thousands of older children and teenagers. Young people aged 11 to 17 were asked about their health 3, 6, 12, and 24 months after taking a PCR test for the COVID virus between September 2020 and March 2021. Out of 12,632 teenagers and older children who participated in the study, 943 tested positive and provided answers at 3, 6, 12, and 24 months after their original test. Of these, 233 were deemed to have long COVID 3 months after testing positive. At 6 months, 103. According to the research, which is the world's largest longitudinal cohort study on long COVID in children. Experts highlighted this means that 70% who had long COVID 3 months after the infection had recovered by 2 years, but 30% had not. These children report an average of 5 to 6 symptoms every time they reported on their health. The most common symptoms were tiredness, trouble sleeping, shortness of breath, and headaches. Our findings show that for teenagers who fulfilled a research definition of long COVID 3 months after a positive test for the COVID virus, the majority have recovered after 2 years, said the study's chief investigator and first author, Professor Sir Terence Stephenson from the UCL Great Ormond Street Institute of Child Health. This is good news, but we intend to do further understand why 68 teenagers had not recovered. Older teenagers and the most deprived were more likely to have long COVID, experts found. Girls were more likely than boys to have long COVID, though the study did account for menstruation. And let's see this word before I continue reading. Menstruation and premenstrual syndrome. We're also keen to stress that the children tested positive before the Omicron variants of the virus became dominant, so the findings may not reflect the long-term effects of these variants. Cheatham, I suppose. Do I have bad connection? Yeah, I have. These results reinforce the need to address the underlying causes of in child. See, 2 years is a long time in the life of a child, while the study research reassures us that most participants recovered within this period. The 30% of children and young people still affected highlights that long COVID remains a significant childhood illness and a pressing concern. This underscores the urgent need for effective treatments to ease the ongoing burden of this illness. Hormonal factors in symptoms persistence require further investigation. Whilst the findings offer hope, they also emphasize the need for continued services, research and collaboration, including voices of lived experience, to ensure no child is left behind. Long COVID Kids remains committed to supporting families and advocating for essential resources. Dr. Margaret O'Hara, a founding trustee at the charity Long COVID Support, said, "The limitations of this study demonstrate the need for new, good quality prospective research into long COVID in children and young people. In the 5th year of the pandemic, it is astonishing the truth burden of the damage that has been done and continues to be done to our children and young people in the UK has not been firmly established." Oh, I finished. I was struggling with my connection all the time. So, do I need to read another article? Let's see, about young people. I think I'm gonna read it tomorrow. Ooh. Is this? Yeah. Let's stop it. Have a lovely day.